There you go.
I don't even know if he has a good foot. Like, they're
both like, there you go.
He really does look like that meme, though.
He does. He looks a little shell-shocked, but isn't that all of us at the end of 2024?
2024 was honestly an insane year.
It was quite, brutal.
To say the least. And I feel like it's only fair that we do a 2024 rewind and review.
Yeah, because so many things happened this year. So many things happened this year.
So many things. We kicked off the year, I think, with February was the Willy Wonka AI incident.
That was crazy.
Into the Unknown, which was the it was advertised with AI, right? That was the whole ordeal. And then when people showed up, it was
literally yes, the Willy Wonka experience.
Yeah.
What was it supposed to be though? That's what I never understood. Was it just supposed to be kind of like not an exhibit, but like
I think it's like a walkthrough,
like a walkthrough for kids and stuff. Yeah,
I actually did a walkthrough for kids type thing once, and it was like a Dr. Seuss one. Dr. Seuss theme was really, really cute, but like the Willy Wonka one was just in like a back room.
Yeah,
it was in like a lot.
It didn't even look like they actually set anything up.
It was a little scary.
It was.
And then I think like the actors barely knew what was going on too. Like they just showed up. They were getting dirt pay.
I just remember seeing the pictures on Twitter. Honestly, Twitter this year, Twitter kind of carries with like showing me the craziest stuff
of the year.
Of any time.
Yeah.
But yeah, of the year. Like I feel like they always just show me such amazing things like the Willy Wonka AI experience and, you know,
I think that was my favorite meme of the
year. The art of the Olympic shooters. That was cool.
That was so fun. The Olympics this year, one for the books.
So good.
It was genuinely one for the books.
So good.
But I think the whole like the shooters thing was easily the highlight.
Yeah, the sharpshooters were crazy. They were actually like characters.
They had so much aura. They all felt like main characters.
Yeah, the Turkish shooter. Whoa.
The ex-hitman. The ex-hitman.
You can make a movie about him. Like, honestly. And, like, he just had that, like, that look. You know, he had, like, the salt and pepper hair, kind of gray, and he just had, like, vibe. He didn't even close his eye when he didn't even go like this. He just went.
I think his one arm was in his pocket as well. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was in the pocket. Well, I have a little interview quote from him.
Oh.
After he won. I believe he won silver.
He
didn't bring any special equipment, number one. He just brought his massive aura. He said, I did not need special equipment. I'm a natural shooter. That's hard. That's hard. That is such a bar. I just know he came out of retirement.
Yeah.
For one last job. Because that was insane work. And then there was the girl who had like the really cool like gadget, I think on her one eye.
Yes, on her eye.
She won gold, I believe.
She looked so good.
Yeah, there was the one guy who was like breaking his back.
Oh, he was like, yeah, I remember. I can't even do that.
He was serving.
The breakdancing.
Well, Raygun, I think the person's name, they went by Raygun.
Oh, yeah.
The breakdancer, yeah.
That was
from
crazy.
Australia.
Is this the first year breakdancing has been in the Olympics?
And the last.
Well.
It literally, yes, it was the first year and then it was also the last year.
Okay,
I think Raygun's solely Raygun.
I would.
Because some of the dancers were really cool.
But what was she doing there?
I remember seeing something afterwards where people thought, you know, like, maybe she just wanted that free ride to the Olympics.
Yeah.
I mean, like, fair enough. Like, you get to.
But the thing is, apparently they opened an investigation about who let her come.
Well, like, she had to pass, like, a qualifying match, I imagine, no? Like, I don't think she couldn't just roll up to the Olympics. She definitely had to pass like, a prelim.
And who knows? Because honestly, like, okay, like, I feel like breakdancing, like, come on, like, you could just kind of say, yeah, I'm a good breakdancer. Like, with a swimmer, you have to swim.
That's
Archery,
true.
you have to actually, you know, have good aim. But like breakdancing, you're like, yeah, I'm a good breakdancer. And then you could just do something, and then like, okay, like, who's on the Olympic committee? They're like 60 years old. They don't know what's going on. They're like, yeah, sure.
Like, just start coffee grinding and be like, guys, I'm going to the Olympics.
You're like, yeah, I think that, guys, it looks like breakdancing. Yeah, we're all in agreement. Oh,
there was the one part where she's just on the floor on her back, and she goes, like, she shuffles her feet like, side to side. And I was like, this is crazy work. Did you ever watch the video and look at the people in the audience?
No.
Oh, that's the best part. They were all looking at each other kind of like,
oh.
They were all confused.
Oh. So many things happened at the Olympics. The chocolate muffin guy.
Oh, the chocolate muffin
was
guy
one of my favorites.
I think they gave him the recipe, if I'm not mistaken, or somebody like gave him the recipe. Because he made like 12 TikToks about the chocolate muffins. I want to try one.
I want, like, honestly, like, I feel like they need to, like, release the recipe or start selling the muffins, because, like, I want to know what the hype was.
Because he was high, he was gassing them.
He was gassing them up.
He was gassing them so hard.
He actually got onto a cover of something, like a magazine or something. I don't know if it's like about like I think it was actually with oh my god, the Four Seasons Orlando baby was also on the cover.
What? That's a crazy concept. Yeah. That also happened this year.
Yeah, that also happened this year.
Oh my god. Wait, the Olympics? The cardboard beds? The cardboard beds. Yeah. They were trying to prevent the freaking of the freak.
Okay, but it's like a bunch of young, athletic, attractive people around each other.
They're gonna freak.
It doesn't matter. They'll break the cardboard box. Do it on the floor.
They're gonna say they're gonna break dance.
Yep. Like, I don't think cardboard box is not stopping anybody.
No, like it's not stopping it. Also, I just think for the athletes that sucks. Like these sports are all so physically demanding, and you're gonna make them sleep on cardboard beds.
Come on, come on, that sucks.
Like, that's so brutal.
I feel like the Olympic Village though was like super fun.
That's what I was thinking. Like, just like kikiing with people from other countries, different sports, people within your same sport. Like,
there's probably so much drama.
You think so?
Do you think they sign NDAs?
That's interesting. No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
How could you make them sign an NDA?
Because nothing ever comes out of the Olympic Village. Like, not that much drama, and there has to be. I don't know. Maybe they do it just to preserve each other's like image.
Well, also the country's image. I imagine. Yeah. I think that would be a big thing.
But like, I'm surprised. Like, I would, because like you don't really ever hear any drama, and I know there's so much drama.
That's so true. I have seen like athletes talk about like, oh, like they'll admire people like in the dining halls and stuff. They're like, oh, like I kind of want to talk to this person, but they're like nervous. Oh, I feel like it would be kind of intimidating. Could you imagine? Like,
yeah, like look, you're seeing your idol or something.
Yeah, or like your biggest competition.
I hope they do a reality show one year.
That would be sick,
right? Wouldn't that be so fun? So like Olympic Village reality like show.
That would be so messy.
Yeah, I'm assuming they just don't want to get into their business, obviously, because it's like they're training. You don't want to distract them, but like more of like a Love Island thing where there's just cameras.
Yeah, just around, like no interview type beat, just them organically existing. I would tune in. Get us in the producer's chair because
the guy with the massive dong, legend.
He lost the Olympics, but he won at life.
Well, and there you go. Because what really matters?
I believe it was either high jump or pole vault. I think it was pole vaulting.
Yep.
Anyways, jumps over. His dong
hits the. He cleared. He actually, the thing is, he cleared.
Yeah.
But his dong hit it.
Like, that's crazy work.
He's just like, you win some, but you lose some.
But you lose some.
But you win some. I mean,
he got crazy media coverage after that, though.
He did. He got it done.
Insane.
Because if he just lost, like if he just like elbow hit it, like no one would cover the story.
No.
But like he got a lot of media out of it.
Yeah. The girls were loving him on
So
Twitter.
Did he really lose?
No.
I don't think so. 2024. Drake Kendrick beef.
I gotta be so real. I don't really know what the beef was.
Well, it was a lot of calling each other cupcake chasers. If you know what that means. Yeah. A lot of PDF files.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, people are like, no, you're a PDF file. No, you're a PDF file. No, you stole this. No, you're a culture vulture. No, you're this. No, you're... it was kind of interesting because it was spring, summer. You could they would drop music just randomly. They wouldn't even announce when they would drop it. They just drop random music videos and songs. And I remember I was about to go to sleep and I'm like, wait, Kendrick dropped, and I listened to it and it was one of the really eerie ones. I forgot what it was called, but it literally sounded like a horror film soundtrack. He specifically did I think he did, I'm probably so wrong, but I think he did A minor notes, so it sounded freaky. You just that uncomfortable feel.
Yeah, eerie vibe.
Yeah. Sometimes because a lot of people are like, no, it's for publicity. They're both doing it for publicity.
No, I don't. Beef that's serious.
That's serious.
Also, because if the claims you're saying that they're throwing out, that's
yeah. You don't call somebody a PDF file for no reason.
No, oh my god. I was because the reason why I was thinking about it is because I had my music on shuffle, and then I did recommended station for you, and I was listening to rap. The Kendrick song came up, and it was something about calling somebody a,
Oh yeah.
So I was like, ugh.
Yeah, that happened this year. trying to think. JoJo Siwa did a lot this year. I can't even say anything specifically. I'm just gonna put like some images here.
She did her run around. I think my favorite JoJo Siwa moment of 2024 was when she got exposed for drinking on stage. But then one of the background dancers, from what I understand, came out and said that it was water.
Yeah.
And she was like chugging it was the Fireball or it was vodka. It was one of the two. And then she did her whole like, you know, like it burns, whatever. And then, they said it was water.
I don't know if I've said this on the pod. I've definitely said this to you, but I don't know if I said this publicly. I think it's really uncomfortable, like her aesthetic, because she used to be like this like kid, dance moms, this whole like kind of like, you know, the store Justice.
I call her Justice After Dark.
Yeah, she's like Justice, right? Like that's who I see her as. But then she was like, oh, I'm gonna become, what was it? A queer pop icon? What did she say? It was something like along those lines, though, right?
Yeah, it was I think that's what's in her bio.
Yeah,
right now.
Queer pop icon or something like that. But I think it's uncomfortable that she took that aesthetic and held on to it and is now like being like kind of sexual with it. Because I'm like, you need to let that go because it's uncomfortable. It's like, wait, why is Justice getting sexual?
I know what you mean.
I'm like, wait, why? I don't like this.
It feels like two worlds that shouldn't collide.
Never.
I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to change your image.
No, not at all.
That's
but I think you have to like let one go to embrace the other.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
But she's done her run around this year. She had her Karma dance go viral.
Karma's a bitch. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was this year. There was Nikocado had his grand reveal of lurking behind the shadows for
I'm always 2 steps ahead.
2 steps ahead.
That was freaky. That was like kind of freaky.
No, because he literally backlogged enough content for 2 years to go on his like health recovery journey.
That's so smart.
Oh, insane business move.
You know, though, I was always kind of shocked though that nobody like in his area wherever he lives ever caught it and was like took a picture and like posted on Twitter or Reddit and was like, wait, is this Nikocado Avocado?
That's what I was wondering, but I don't think he lives in LA. Like I believe when he was doing collabs at the time, like he would travel to LA, but I can't remember where he's from.
No, I don't think he lives in LA. Like he does. I think he definitely lives like not in like not like LA, New York, something like that. But like I'm just surprised, like, because like I'm sure people whoever like in his town or city know who he is, like at least a couple, right? So I'm surprised that like nobody caught it because it was 2 years, you know, and like he's a pretty prominent figure on like social media. So I'm honestly surprised no one ever saw, or maybe like it did get posted, but just like never gained traction or something.
No, you know, because he was getting covered a lot in those 2 years that he was doing the backlog of videos. Because people were making documentaries about him. Me Canyon did like a whole animation that went viral. I don't know if you're familiar with Me Canyon, but he does like ironic stuff about like celebrities and like pop culture. But yeah, those videos were going like I'm talking millions and millions of views. So I'm like, I feel like if somebody did see him in the public,
they just wouldn't even recognize that it's him. Or...
No, I think a drama channel would have got a hold of it. That's why I'm like, maybe he did this all in his house. Like maybe he's got a lot of money. Maybe he did like a home gym type beat.
That's so crazy though.
I don't know.
Like I love that he was like, I'm always 2 steps ahead. He probably felt. I know when he hit post and all those notifications came in, he was just like, yeah.
No, he knew he did that.
Yeah, I did that.
The fact that he was able to let it go for so long too. 2 years. That is so long. Yeah, especially on the internet. And to retain that internet relevance for 2 years.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Because I remember like even me and you were talking about him like
back in the day.
Yeah, like but even like more recently, like let's say like 6-8 months ago, and I was like, yeah, I kind of wonder if he's ever gonna switch up his content because I noticed that like it wasn't like he wasn't getting no views, but it was definitely like way less than like his prime or like back in the day. So I was like wondering, I'm like, I wonder if he's gonna switch up or stop, or if he like I don't know, maybe like go on a little health journey, because a lot of YouTubers were like, I remember I was watching one health YouTuber and he was like, oh, I'd even like help him out, you know, like I'd even like go on this journey with him, and I love how he just did it himself. He's like, yeah, F you guys. I did it. It was me.
It was me. It made it a crazier reveal because I remember people were saying like, why don't you switch up your content and document a health journey? Because people would probably be really interested in that. I feel like also health and fitness has rapidly gained attention over the years. Like there's a lot of health and fitness creators on like TikTok and Instagram, YouTube, whatever. And a lot of people want to see Nikocado like change like his vibes. So I was surprised that he didn't document the health journey.
I think maybe he did.
Oh my god, you think he's gonna do...
Yeah, I think he's gonna do a whole thing.
That's crazy.
Come on, he is a content king.
Yeah, wait, you're so right.
Come on. You don't think he recorded his health journey? He definitely did.
No, you're probably right.
Has he posted since then?
I actually don't think so. Let's do a quick fact check.
I'm really curious. Because like to drop such a bomb on the internet,
you can't just drop a bomb and leave.
And
like
then just leave. Yeah. Like, come on.
I think he did a mukbang shortly after, but I don't know if he's done anything super crazy since. He was back at the Heart Attack Grill 2 weeks ago. For reference, at the Heart Attack Grill, if you weigh over, I can't remember what the pounds are, you get to eat for free, and the food there is very, from what I understand, very unhealthy.
Well, very heart attack inducing. So
yeah, there's this one burger they serve there. I think if you finish it, also you eat for free. I don't know. I know it's like this tall.
Yes,
like, it's like yay
it's
tall.
Like huge.
It's crazy, but
yeah. So he did 2 steps ahead. Then How I Fooled the Internet, which was a McDonald's mukbang, and then he went to the Heart Attack Grill. So clearly, like, eating habits haven't changed too much, but maybe he's balancing it out.
Yeah,
you know, maybe it's like, oh, but like, you know, after
he treated himself to the Heart Attack Grill.
And then maybe I go like 10K steps.
Yeah.
Little jog.
Because he used to be vegan. That's what I always thought was the craziest thing about him becoming like a mukbanger is he did mukbang content as a vegan for a long time, and then he went into the kind of like LA typical mukbang stuff.
He always like, I feel like he's always on like such crazy ends of the spectrum. Like he's either like vegan and eating really, really healthy and stuff like that, or he's either like Heart Attack Grill.
The duality of Nikocado Avocado.
The duality, truly. He's so entertaining.
It was a crazy year for influencers, and I feel like people in the media in general. Like, we just had to close out 2024. Trisha Paytas was on SNL.
Yeah. Noah Beck was in a movie.
Yeah, he did the Tubi, the football player.
And apparently it's actually pretty good from what
I've heard. I've also heard it was pretty good. And I think the leading actress also is, like, she's an actor. Crazy work. I don't know.
Good for the influencers.
Trisha Paytas on SNL was not on my bingo card.
No.
And I think she's talked openly about wanting to be on SNL for a long time.
Yeah, because there was a very famous clip of Ethan Klein saying he'd cut his arm off if she ever got on SNL.
On, I can't remember what the name of the podcast is. What was it?
Oh my god, I used to watch it like religiously for like a year. What was it? Not canceled. Frenemies?
Frenemies.
Yes.
Frenemies. Their set was cute. I love their set.
I really like their set too.
Their set was pretty fire.
They were a crazy combination of people. That was so nuts. Like, I still can't believe they ever even worked out for more than one episode. I remember I actually lived with roommates at the time, and anytime an episode came on, was posted, we would literally drop everything we were doing and sit down and watch the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah, we were so entertained.
Well, because it's just, they would talk about whatever.
Yeah.
They did not care.
And also, like, Trisha Paytas is just funny. Like, she's funny, like she's being funny and she knows she's being funny, but sometimes she's just funny, she doesn't even know. Like, you know, she's just like, I'm not laughing at her, she's just funny. Like, I don't know how to describe it.
I know exactly what you mean. Some people just have funny energy where it's like they could turn the most like mundane story into something absolutely hilarious. Speaking of mundane stories, I went to get blood work the other day. This is so unrelated. I mean, it happened in 2024, so I'm counting
recap.
I went to get my blood work done, and you know, whatever, I sit across the table from the woman. I put my arm out, and she like comically leans across the table. And I've got Mariah Carey like all I want focus and in my ear because like I hate needles, so I need distractions. You know, and she comically like leans over the table and she's poking my arm and she goes, oh, "Your veins are so juicy." I literally looked at her and I went, "Oh." And I went, I think I said "oh." And she doubled down on it and she said, "Your veins are very juicy. They're waiting to be juiced." I was so like,
pause.
I'm being so for real. It most unreal thing.
That is such an uncomfortable thing to hear.
And she was laughing. Juicy. She was laughing. And so I asked her, I said, "Oh, like, why, like, is it good that they're juicy?" And she said, "Well, yeah, because, you know, like, people, like, with the thin veins, like, it's hard to sometimes get, like..."
Was your nurse Nosferatu? Was she Dracula? Like...
What took me out was they're waiting to be juiced. I couldn't. I mean, I was distracted. I couldn't even think about the needle anymore. How could you at that point?
You know what? 2024, people. Okay, I think since COVID, people have become weirder, just in general,
and very public with their weirdness.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know about other countries, but I think like North America, people have gotten much weirder in public, in private, in expressing weirdnesses outside, saying weird stuff. I think it's because people are just locked up too long, especially in Canada. People were just locked up too long, and then when they got out, they got freedom. They're like, I can say whatever I want. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah. And I think there was like was there a specific example you were gonna say?
No, I just like noticed, like, okay, I get a lot of really weird interactions in public. This is really strange. This happens to me, my sister, and my mom. People constantly come up to us and just tell us stuff, their life stories, their trials and tribulations, their trauma. It's very strange.
That I don't get approached in public like that.
It happens ever. All this. It happens to my sister-in-law. It happens to me-in-law. It happens to my mom-in-law. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's something we have. Like, I don't know if we have an inviting look, which I don't think any of us have an inviting look. We literally never smile in public. Like, our faces are always just like. I don't really know what's so inviting about that, but maybe it's the energy. I have no clue. I literally always have headphones on too. I don't leave my house without headphones. So yeah, but yeah, I've had a woman come up to me. I was going to a casting and I was waiting for the bus, and she comes up to me like right directly in front of me, and she was like much shorter than me, and she kind of looks up at me and she's like, and I'm like, oh, okay, like maybe she's asking for directions or something, and she's like, oh, you're so pretty, you look like a model, and I'm like, oh yeah, like I am, ha ha ha, like, you know, just kind of like making a little joke out of it, like, or like whatever. I'm like, I'm actually going to a casting right now, you know, I'm just trying to be friendly, and then she looks at me, her chin like does like the shaky thingy, and she starts bawling her eyes out, and I'm like, are you okay? Like, it was like literally out of nowhere, and she's holding a bag. She goes, oh, you know, it's just the anniversary of my brother's death, and I'm going to put flowers on his grave.
Oh, bless her.
But this happens to me all the time. This happens to me all the time. People just come up to me, just tell me what's going on in their life. Which, you know what? I used to be like really like caught off guard, and I still am by this, but I've gotten a little more used to it because it just happens kind of often for some reason. And you know what? I've just like noticed that like sometimes people just want someone to talk to, like, just like, yeah. And I don't get weirded out by it. I mean, I still get caught off guard when it initially happens, but I just let them talk, because like you never know what someone's going through, so I always just kind of just let them. You know, unless it's like some man on the street and he's like, I feel like actually threatened. Yeah. But if I don't feel threatened or anything, I'll just let it out. I'm like, just go ahead.
Sometimes people are interesting. Yeah. Sometimes you can like.
I was like, you know what? I don't know what's going on in your life. I don't know if you have anyone to talk to. If you want to like lay it all on me, go ahead. You know what I mean?
Because I was a little alarmed when I was on my way here today.
Oh yeah.
Because I took public transit, you know, and there was a gentleman sitting beside me, and he was scrolling through his photos on his phone. He was clearing out his camera roll. We all got a backload of stuff. I went through a really crazy era where I had like 80,000 photos in my camera roll. It's at 11,000 now.
That's good.
That's respectable. Anyways, he's scrolling, and something just like kind of like caught the corner of my eye. And it was because he kept coughing like beside me. Like I'm sitting here, you're there. He kept coughing into my direction, and he wasn't even hitting the elbow. He was just coughing. Like, And I was like, okay. Anyways, the one photo caught my eye because it was tile, and there was a blood stain on the tile. A big blood stain on the tile. And I immediately was like, who am I sitting beside?
What's going on over there?
I was clutching my bag a little bit. I was like, okay. You just never know who you're going to meet in public. Didn't you have a sorry, we have to talk about this. Janet Jackson.
Okay.
This is like an infamous story.
Okay. This is like, I've told all my friends this because it's just such a funny story. So I know this girl, nice girl, bless her heart. Like, it was funny. Okay, I have to tell it. No names. This girl I know on Instagram, ton of followers. She went to a hair care event in Toronto. Like a L'Oreal thing, whatever, like those pop-ups that they do, like influencers come, hairdressers come, whatever. She went to the event and she posted a selfie with this woman. And she goes, and she's tearing up in the selfie, like her nose is a little red, she's tearing up, and she goes, oh my god, I just met Janet Jackson.
Of the Jackson 5.
Of the Jackson 5, Michael Jackson's sister.
Is what she believes.
There is a hairstylist in Toronto.
With the same name.
With the name Janet Jackson. You wouldn't cry meeting her. She's just like a good hairstylist, you know what I mean? So she didn't realize that they just have the same name. because Jackson, very popular last name.
Yeah,
Janet, kind of popular name of that time, and they're like not around the same age. I think the hairstylist is younger than her. But it was just hilarious because she thought she met Janet Jackson. Why would Janet Jackson be at a random L'Oreal hair care event in Toronto? Quickly.
With haste.
I'm sorry. I can't,
No, because when you originally told me, what I thought was, okay, maybe, because you told me it was at a hair care event,
mm-hmm.
So I thought, oh, maybe she's involved in the hair scene, and this is like an infamous hairstylist in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
That was what you said she was not. So it was just Janet Jackson of the Jackson 5.
Janet Jackson of the Jackson 5 is at the L'Oreal hair care.
Have you ever mistook like a celebrity or like somebody for a celebrity?
No.
I don't think I have either.
No, because like, also, yeah, people have the same, like, it's Jackson's a common last name, Janet, kind of. It was just really funny because it was up already for like 12 hours, and I wasn't gonna correct her. I was just like, God bless your heart. If no one has at this point, I won't. And she had like 700K on Instagram at this point, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be the one. Because I don't want to break her heart. She thought she met Janet Jackson. She's tearing up. Her nose is a little red. Like, she thought, like, I can't do that to her.
Let her live the delusion.
Sometimes it's good to let people live in their delusions. Like, I think sometimes it's okay to not tell people the truth when it's like something like that. Because A, it's embarrassing, and B, then she'd be like, oh, I didn't meet Janet Jackson. So I'm just like, let her have it. You know, let her have it.
Let her have Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
Yeah, I don't know. People are funny, and like, I don't like to correct people online because I don't want to be the person.
No, I just,
like, yesterday I saw another story. This girl wearing this cute little white hat, and she posted a mirror selfie. Oh, 70s snow bunny. I'm not gonna be the one to tell you. I don't want to be the one to tell you. It's not my business. I'll let you be happy. I'll let you be happy. You know what I mean? It's like,
I can't be real. I realized it had like not a double meaning, but I thought I was under a different intention.
You were under the impression there's a different term for it, or a different.
No, I was also gonna say a girl who goes after only like hockey players, or is in like the hockey rink all the time.
Puck Bunny. That's Puck Bunny.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
There's lots of bunnies.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's Puck Bunny. I know because I had a roommate who was
I think you're right.
hockey players. Yeah.
I think you're right. I mixed the two.
Puck Bunny.
That's crazy. But 2024.
2024.
What a special time.
Influencers were up. Talk Tua. Give me a second. Hawk Tua, a joke about spitting on a dong, got turned into a whole career, which I kind of applaud. I can't even.
I mean, we've had stranger things be turned into careers.
Come on, like get your freaking bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She had Mark Cuban on her podcast.
That's crazy.
Mark Cuban,
that's Shark Tank Mark Cuban,
like the billionaire Mark Cuban.
She's been in a scandal recently.
Yes.
She's been in a scandal
Miss Hawk Tua got into a scandal because she dropped a meme coin and then rug pulled people.
That's insane. There's been an influx of the rug pulling with
the meme coins.
With the meme coins.
Yeah.
It's gotten to be a real problem.
Because I don't think a lot of people realize that it's illegal. Not to like the rug pulling, I'm not sure, but the advertising your meme coin and telling people to buy it. Telling people to buy it specifically and saying that they're going to make a lot of money off of it is legal. And I just think like people don't really understand. They're like, oh yeah, whatever, it's a meme coin. I'm going to get a bunch of people to invest and then rug pull and get a ton of money out of it. I don't think a lot of people understand that it's basically the stock market.
Yeah, no, and because you can't, I think the whole ordeal, right, is you can't confirm profit. Isn't that the whole, like,
you just can't tell people, like, if you're the owner of the meme coin, you can't be like, you're gonna make so much money off of this, put all your money into it, blah 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 blah. You can't. You always have to say, like, you always have to like put a disclaimer or like your own advice and then or whatever and be like, oh, this is what I would. You can't like say it so explicitly. Okay. So someone's going to prison or paying like a ton in fines.
I think prison time.
I think, to be honest,
they're really cracking down on
they
that.
are.
They're really cracking down.
They're cracking down on it a lot.
So I definitely, I don't think she's gonna be one to take the fall for it though. I think it would be somebody else on the team.
I think so
because it's not solely her. Like she definitely has.
She has a team, yeah. Because I'm sure she doesn't really know much about it, but like,
yeah, no.
someone else is definitely gonna like, because she could just be like, or if she goes to court over it, her lawyers could just be like, oh, she didn't really know. It was just
we're back.
Oh yeah, and again, like I just really want to bring up the Rizzler. And just like I just think like that was like one of the greatest things to come out of 2024.
The Rizzler. Wasn't Jimmy Fallon like getting annoyed at him?
Yeah, on the because he has too much aura. The Rizzler has a lot of aura.
No, he does.
So much.
He's
the Rizzler and like
what's the other one?
Jesus
was it
Christ.
the Costco boys?
The Costco bros.
The Costco
guys, bros, boys.
Either
Costco
or.
boys. I don't know. The Costco somethings. I don't know. I just think like Italians are on top this year. The United Healthcare CEO assassin, Italian. Italians are kind of back.
Yeah, like, they kind of are.
We're kind of.
I feel like there was Italian hate for a minute.
For a minute, yeah, you know what I mean. But no, Italians, you guys did so good this year. Like I feel like it's just like so much like pop culture. Just like
they were involved this year.
They were so involved. Like, you know what? Like I'm gonna go get a pizza for you guys. Like I'm like, you know what I mean? Like I'm just feeling. You guys did so good this year. Oh yeah, and I guess that's the last thing to wrap up 2024.
Yeah.
No, it's a good way to wrap up the year. Can I say that on YouTube? I think I can. I've seen a bunch of people make videos about it. Good way to wrap up the year. I'm not saying I condone or don't condone. I'm just saying the Italians. Luigi Mangione. What a name.
No, because it reminded me of like Luigi's Mansion, like Mario. Like
it reminded me of like those old mobster names. Like, Luigi Mangione down the block, he popped him today. He got him.
He was in a bad deal.
He was in a bad deal. They got him bad boys. You know, like, I don't know, there's just something about it. You know what? Because we are in the roaring 20s.
Wait, you're onto something.
Yeah.
You think mob's coming back? You think the mobsters are gonna, like...
I think, like, we got our dances, but instead of, like, going to like those like dance clubs, those jazz clubs, we have TikTok dances.
I don't really know if that's like a fair equivalent, but it
has to be, unfortunately. Oh, and TikTok, the Americans are losing TikTok.
Yeah,
apparently.
So Canadians, we're gonna be up. Everybody else, we're gonna be up.
We're gonna be up. Americans, no. Canadian influencers.
We're gonna take all there's gonna be so many bags available. So guys, get your pick.
Get your pick.
Get your pick.
We're gonna be on top. It's our time.
It's Pretenders Podcast Takeover.
And I guess we'll see you guys in 2025?
2025. Another year of mischief, mayhem, and Ernesto, our boy.
Alright. Ernesto out.
Salut.
Italians were on top this year, though.